Let's all stand for the prayer. Juliana will do the prayer for us.
Let's all bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we come to you this afternoon, dear God, thanking you for Thanksgiving of praise, dear Jesus. As we proceed with this procession of the graduates, dear God, I ask you for guidance, blessings, and protection over this. God, thank you for the parents that send them every day so that they can empower themselves and to learn a new skill and new talent, dear God. Thank you for the organization and everyone that is a part of it, dear God, of empowering our young people on this island. We come before you and asking you to continue to bless them and keep them and provide for them, dear Jesus. Continue to bless us all and protect us all during the course of this day and throughout the remaining of the week. In Jesus' wonderful and precious name I pray. Amen.
Okay, so we will have the welcome by Mr. Walker.
Pastor God Friday. Leader of the opposition and member of parliament, citizens and grenadines, parents, kidsonpan, committee members, supporters, well-wishers, guardians. It's my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to this graduation ceremony this afternoon, and I'm extremely delighted to be a part of this historic event. I will just be welcoming and a brief summary remarks to start. Now, I quite understand that quite a number of persons, including some of our guardians who should have been here, are not here today because they're not feeling well. And as you might be able to tell from my voice, I am also a culprit of that dreaded flu that's going around. I've been fighting it now for the last 2 weeks, which means that you shouldn't get too close to me this afternoon. Anyway, I think it's important for us to understand maybe a bit of the history of kidsonpan, for us to really appreciate where we are today and where we are going, and to really have a deeper appreciation of what we are really involved in. And the fact that so many of you are here this afternoon tells me that you have some interest in the program and what we are all about and what we're doing. kidsonpan actually formally started around 2006, and that time we had just a handful of students. I remember the formative years, students were paying as much as $150 per month for classes, and persons seemed to be quite enthusiastic and intrigued with that fee to have their children enrolled in the program. We, however, got ourselves together as parents of the students, and we were able to formalize the program, establish a more or less permanent teacher, a place of practice, and also to reduce the cost of teaching drastically. Between 2006 and today, that would be like around, can you count here? Is that 12 years? No. That's more like 16 years. We would have seen close to 100 students passing through the doors of kidsonpan. And we are very fortunate to actually have just a couple of the very first batch of students still hanging around, which we are grateful for. And many students have passed, they have engaged in the program and they have gone elsewhere. Some have migrated. And thinking of migration, we are very pleased to have one of our very senior students, Brother Friday. He was our accomplished bassist for many years. And when I learned over the weekend that he was back, I tried very hard to get him to perform here today, but I guess we'll have to wait at another event probably. We have some plans for you. So we are very happy to have some of our very senior students. We also have Bria still with us. from the exceptional program. Blossom is one of the other persons, but she unfortunately got something from me, so she stayed home. She's not feeling too well, like some other persons. And, these model students have set the example that I believe that many of our younger children today can emulate and pattern. And I would like to encourage the parents to really take note. So what have we accomplished? Since we have started, we have traveled overseas on 3 occasions. We went to North Carolina to an international music festival in 2013. That was the very first time. And I remember there was a batch of almost 15%, I think, close to that. 11, 12 players with some parents. Then we went back again in 2016 and 2018. I believe we were slated to go back in 2020, but of course we know what happened then. And the pandemic is still weighing on us, and I'm hoping that when things quieten down a lot more, then we can get some good news about kidsonpan traveling again to North Carolina to the Leaf Festival. So that's what we have done. Plus, we are striving to build the students' morality, their confidence, to empower them to improve on their musical talents, and to encourage them to be model students and young people in the community of Bequia. And of course, we know that we can point our fingers and identify many of the accomplished students in and from Bequia who will have been in the kidsonpan program. And we believe that this program has done and continues to do well for our children. Where are we going? We want to continue to foster the knowledge and the capabilities of our children, and therefore we want to encourage you as parents to be committed to helping us, to supporting us, and partnering with us as we make an effort to see this program grow from strength to strength. We have been going on for 16 years, and I believe that we have a long way yet to go, but we can do this only with the support of you, the parents, especially because you need to send your children to the classes. Right now, our enrollment stands at less than 20. I remember at one point we had about 30, 35, 36 persons. There was actually a point in time when we had too many students for the instruments that we had, and that drove us at one point on a big fundraising event where we raised around $10,000 to purchase instruments. I remember in 2018, I think it was, when we got permission to use the building across from us that you see so beautifully architecture now. Remember that was an old tank. When the government, through the Ministry of Education, gave us permission, we raised over $40,000 to renovate the building and to make it the home for kidsonpan. And all this was possible because you, the parents, all our friends and our supporters, we banded our heads together and our hands, and we make things possible. So we can continue to make kidsonpan work, and for it to be a viable entity in the community of Bequia. This graduation stemmed from our summer program. We spoke of doing a summer program for the last 2 years, but of course we had to postpone it due to the environment that we were living in. This year, finally, we were able to pull it off, and one of the main persons behind, of course, is Mr. Akeem Hanaway, who unfortunately missed the boat this morning, so he's unable to be with us, and he sends his apologies. Deontay, and we have to give Deontay a big round of applause. Because, of course, in the absence of Akeem, she becomes the coordinator for the program. Able supporting Deontay is Bria as well. Bria is actually Akeem's official assistant, but because of work commitment, she could not have been with this program as she would have loved to be. Going forward, Akeem will be supported by Bria and Deontay on Sundays. We continue our Sunday classes. Actually, we are scheduled to resume our weekly Sunday classes from next Sunday 10 a.m. Is it 10 a.m. or 9? 10 a.m. at 10 a.m. And we really want to encourage you parents who are here with the children who will be going to today to ensure that these children join the permanent core of Kids and Pan as of next week to strengthen the program, strengthen the band, so that we can continue to build on what we have established before. So I was speaking about the graduation, which stemmed from the summer program. This year we were very happy to be able to finally pull off the summer program. It lasted 4 weeks, and apart from a minimal registration fee, the whole entire program was totally free to us or to you because of the kind sponsorship of 2 main donors, and they are Leave International, our main partner in North Carolina, who have been sponsoring us for the 16 years we have been in operation. They were the past sponsoring us, and also recently we got a donation from the British High Commission in London, and some of that part of that donation went towards this program as well. Hence, we were able to offer the program free to all the participants, and we are grateful to our supporters and our sponsors. I know at the end of the program we're going to have a vote of thanks. I don't want to be too long, but I really just want to mention a couple of persons who without them this program would not be possible. I want to acknowledge the work of Chevy Pierre, my good friend across from me, who basically put this whole program together along with our team. I think our staff at the Bequia Tourism Office. Am I correct in saying that? Is that the correct name? Well, Vaughn is right there with her husband today. And I'm not sure who else they had supporting them, but Chevy and Vaughn put this and ran with it and was able to pull it off for us on our behalf. I guess they had a couple of persons who I'm not fully aware of yet, but I know that Miss Peterson, as well, was involved, and we are so very happy that we can call on persons whenever we need them to help us to get things done. Hopefully for next year, we want to repeat the summer program. The plan is to have it in two classes. For the students this year, we want to give you an advanced course next year, and then we'll have an entry-level course for the newbies. So make sure that you get ready to re-register for next year, when you will go a step forward and have an advanced course, and the newbies will have the introductory class. So that's for next year's summer, hopefully around the same time for the month of August. I mentioned that we want to start classes in August from next Sunday, and I expect to see all the children registered. When you come to class next week, Deontay and Bria, either or both of them, they will take care of the registration. We'll have registration forms available. And please note that as of the month of October, now when you come to class next week, there will be 2 classes in September, next week and the following week. Those classes will be totally free. And we've been giving free classes for the last 2 years, right? Basically. For the last 2 years, we have been still paying our tutor, but giving free classes to the students. Somehow we were able to find secret supporters, secret donors to provide funds for the tutor. So as I said, continue free classes for this month, but as of the first Sunday in October, you're expected to give your children $40 EC to enter the class in October. Am I clear on that? Only $40. Remember, during the holidays, we're paying up to $150 per month. From next month, it will be only $40 EC or 15 US. You can bring either currency, whichever you have. So that's as far as the plan goes. Hopefully for this year, we are hoping that we can. Last year, actually, 2 years ago, we sent a couple of students to what we call the bomb competition that's held by the European movement. And by the way, Kidsonpan is registered with the European movement. We actually registered 2 names, 2 two names, Kidsonpan, for the teaching program, and we also registered the Exotic Steel Orchestra. That's a duly registered name, so no one can use it except us. And that name we use for the performing section of our group, because as the children progress and get more mature in their playing and get older, then we will involve them in the performing section, and that section is called the Exotic Steel Orchestra. But the teaching section is called Kidsonpan, and those two names are officially registered with Saipo, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. 2 years ago, we could not get a total band together, so we joined forces with Southeast in Kingston, and we entered the bomb competition. For those of you who don't know what a bomb competition is, I think simply is where you take a traditional song, usually played slowly, and you spice it up, make it jumpy, and you improvise. And the band that is judged to have done the best with their song is judged the winner. Last year, Southeast, the combination of Southeast and Kidston, not last year, 2020, the combination of Southeast and Kidsonpan won that competition. This year, that should be held in November or December, and we are just hoping that somehow we'll be able to get enough players to go on our own. We need around 15 players, I'm told. If not, we will be forced again to join forces with another group from Kingston, and hopefully we can go back and be a part of that one competition. And to end the year, we are inviting you to start planning and set your minds around our grand Christmas concert, which we hope to have sometime early in December, and which brings me back to the point of our class from next week. Make sure that your children start next week, because from day one of classes, when we start, we'll be focusing on preparation for the Christmas program. And you really don't want your child to be left out or to be left behind, so ensure that they're there from next Sunday and we start preparing for this year's Christmas program. Today I'm very happy that we have 26 students who completed this program, and I want to congratulate all of the guardians. I want to thank all of the parents and congratulate you, and thank you for your support. And we really appreciate the response that we had this year, even though it was not advertised as broadly and as widely as we might have wanted to. The response was overwhelming, and we are really thankful that you responded. And our hope and our prayer and our deep wish is that you will make sure that these kids, these children, that they stick with Kidsonpan to make this program as useful, as empowering as we all want it to be, so that it can really have an impact on us, an impact on our society, and have a positive impact on the life and the quality of the character of your children. I want to thank you again, and I pray that the evening's proceedings will go well, and I look forward to the positive response for registration for classes for next Sunday. Thank you, and God bless you.
see I wear my leaf t-shirt? It's very good to be back here and to be a part of this graduation ceremony. I think it's taking the program to another level, and hopefully one that is going to guarantee the continuity of the program. Because I recall many years ago when the program got going and started out with the students who were being taught by Elvis Seals and so, and then they started the performing component, and I got involved because Christian got involved, and we started seeing the potential of what the program could be and how much the kids were enjoying it, and more importantly, how much the community in Bequia was enjoying it. You know, when they performed under the almond tree and so forth, people came and supported, and they were very encouraging. They performed in the music festival down at the Reef, again, you know, to accolades. When they went to North Carolina, I went in 2016 with them, and it was fantastic, really a wonderful experience for young people. They treated them like real professional artists, and had, you know, wonderful stage performances. And I recall that the band actually met with Third World, a great band from Jamaica, during that festival there, and they got to go backstage because they were performers. And of course, we all benefited from the association. I sort of tagged along. I had to pay my own way, but I went. The Kidsonpan program is really a wonderful, think about it, it's a wonderful opportunity here in this community for young people to come and be a part of learning to play the instrument. Some of them, they come and they say they wonder if they could do it, and after a couple of months they realize that they enjoy it so much and that they're actually professional at it. But it requires the commitment of the parents as well, because the organization really, as it was in the time that we were active in it, I'm still technically on the committee, it really was the parents who came and supported the activities of the committee. And Mr. Walker is very modest in terms of his own dedication and commitment, because when we sort of formed the organization with the committee and all of that stuff, he was elected as the president or coordinator, can't remember the term. And after a few years, he kept saying, well, it's time for somebody else to do it, and we kept saying, no, you're doing a good job. And I'm glad to see that he continues and he's here and he is giving to the program. When you have your own, you know, home, as we do now here with the building next door, it gives a sense of permanence or that the program is serious and it's here to stay. And that is really what we want to see happen. And just think about it, you know, this Steelpan, they're learning to play here, the kids have come and they go through and they change and move on and so forth. But there are other potential things that can be taught here in the program as well, as we had thought about in the early days, you know, somebody who wants to do a guitar program or teach drumming or something like that, and to make it into really a music and cultural center for our young people here in Bequia. But it will only happen if the parents are committed to doing it, which is why when Mr. Walker says that we have the graduation today, but we have the continuing program, there's a registration process, and it's important that the parents sign the kids up, make sure that they come. It's the only program I know where the tuition fee goes down almost every year. Because I recall, Walker, when they had a few of the students being taught by Elvis, it was $150 and maybe $100, and when the program started, it started out at I think $50 or $60, and it came down to $50, now it's down to $40. The point is that obviously the sponsorship from Leaf, we had some sponsorship from Action Bequia and other organization, individuals over the years. The whole point of it is really to have the program available to as many students as possible, to as many of our young people as possible. And that comes from people taking the responsibility to volunteer when it's necessary. If you have a function going on and you need to bake a cake and something and so forth, come and do it. When you need to come and cut the grass or repaint the building, come and volunteer and do it. Make it a part of a joint community effort, because the children really benefit from it. The community benefits. It's an enriching experience for them. It really is. And it's, if you think about it, if it's just, stops and goes away, and the children, the fans are here and they're rusting and nobody has a chance to play them, you have a very good tutor who comes down and teach the children from time to time. It is a wonderful experience. It is a great program to have in our community, and it has potential to grow as a steelpan teaching program, as a performing program, but other music and cultural activities as well. So I want to give my continued support and commitment to the program, and I will encourage the organizers now, Mr. Walker and the committee, to stay dedicated and continue to work as hard as you've done in the past. And I know that more people will come forward and volunteer to serve, and the committee, and to assist in the various activities that you're having. For the children, I'm looking forward to hearing your performances. I ain't hear nobody say that they had fun, but I know you had fun with the song. You're just being a little coy. So we're going to listen to the performances this afternoon, and I'm sure that you're looking forward to starting up again, starting in next weekend, the regular program. And from time to time I'll drop by and see how you're doing, and certainly when you have the concerts and so forth, we'll help out. So thank you so much, Mr. Walker, for all that you're doing for the committee, for the parents, for the children, and for those who have been part of it over the years. It's a long, 16 years is a long time when you think about it, to have the program going. But we should start thinking that another 16 years, when some of the students who are here, when their children start coming back to the program, then you're going to have continuity. All right? So thank you.
Thank